Hey everybody, Joe here. Gonna check out a puzzle today by ViKingPrime called Decoy Snail. And wow. The rules are Cheeky the monkey has taken the forbidden bargain. He has obtained immortality and vast wealth, but will forever be hunted by a snail assassin who will draw ever closer. Help keep Cheeky alive while he collects his earnings and settles in for the night. So here's Cheeky. And where's the Snail at? Oh, there's the Snail in the middle. Okay. Fill the 9x9 grid so that every row, column, and marked 3x3 box contains the digits 1 to 9 without repeats. Mangoes separate 2 consecutive digits, while coconuts separate 2 digits where one is double the other. Not all fruit has been given. Draw a path for Cheeky through the center of grid cells towards the feast of fruit awaiting him up here in the top right. Cheeky may move orthogonally or diagonally if there is room to do so, but may not revisit or cross his own path, nor can he pass through any bright blue maze walls. Okay. The snail that hunts him has spoiled one of the digits in the grid. This forbidden digit, the poison digit, must be avoided at all cost. Cheeky's path is separated by box borders into segments. Each segment acts as a thermometer and must strictly increase numerically from where he enters the bulb to where he leaves the tip. Cheeky must collect all golden coins, which represent an almost complete set of the digits 1 to 9, excepting of course the poison digit. So are there 8? Well, I'll count those in a sec. These must also be collected in numerical order, starting low and ending high. You may think this task trivial, but do not become overconfident, for there's yet one problem. Decoy snail. Decoy snails are safe to cross, of course, but what if it isn't a decoy? Decoy snails. This one? I'm not sure what that means. So, the coins are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 8 of them. One digit is poisonous. Okay. So if he ever leaves a box, can he come back into it? I think here he could. No. Maybe if he came up this way, he could potentially. Do I draw a path for the snail as well? No, I don't think so. Okay, well, the path is going. Let's see, what color? Cheeky can be an orange monkey. At least this path can be. So he'll go that way and collect that digit. And then he'll must go this way. He must go this way. He's got to get into here. So he has to go in and out of there. And obviously collect that coin like that. These cannot make a loop. One will touch the other eventually. If he comes up this way, oh, I guess he could turn right there. Does it say he has to go through every box? Oh, there will also be thermometers. The coins are different digits. This will be the poisonous digit once I figure that out. Because every other cell is part of the path. So maybe that's where I start. The coconuts were consecutive? No. Coconuts are Kropke. Mangoes are consecutive. These are consecutive. Mangoes are Kropke. So if this was 4-8, this cannot be. Oh wait. Right. This cannot be 6. Or 3, I mean. This cannot be 3. If it was, then the thermometer would be broken. One of these will be a 1-2. I do believe. And the other one will be 4-8. And I think it must go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Or that way. But the point is, I don't think anything else would work. 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, C would break. 4, 8 is obviously would break. Cheeky's path is separated by boxes and segments. Each acts as a thermometer. Yeah. So one of these will be 1. One of these will be 2. This will be a 3. That is a 3. One of these will be a 4. And one of these will be an 8. So that is that. And now we have our 3 coin. I don't know which way he enters or which way he leaves, but this also must be a so this is 5, 6, 7 then. So 9 is our poisonous fruit. Which means the coins had to go in order, I believe. Oh wow, so this is like, he's gonna get this one kind of early, and then probably have to get that one. No, and then that one even. And then this will be 6. He couldn't get that one before. He can't cross his own path either. Okay, well, first off, what's first? 9. Right, so these two cannot touch. So if they did, it would be 3 and then 6. Those cannot touch. So this line comes on down and over. Now if it doesn't grab this coin, it won't be able to. So it goes that way. And that way I do think will have to be 2. But also this, well, it could go down still, I guess. But he's gonna have to come out this way. So that's gonna have to be 1. And this is gonna have to be 2. And then we're gonna have to have a 4 and a 5, because this will be a thermometer. So maybe here and here. No, it couldn't be like that. Oh yeah, it could. He's gonna have to grab 4, 5, this will be 6, and then it'll have to come down and back over. Oh, but he can also move diagonally, I can't forget that. Okay, I don't think I've messed up yet on that front. But I do think that this has to be 4, this has to be 5, this has to be 6, this has to be 7, and this has to be 8. So I do think that is our order. So this is 5, this is 7, this is 2, this is 1, this is 4, and oh, I've goofed. Okay, I must have that wrong then. Where did I go to? Alright, so I'm pretty sure that has to be correct. If he goes down here, he'll never get that coin. So he must go that way. So he has to come out here. So this will be the first coin. This could be... Oh no, that can't be the second coin. Or else he's gonna come get this one. Or it'll make that one the third. One of those two things would be true. So I think this has to be 2. That has to be 3. Now how would we make this one be 6? This one would have to be 4. Once he comes and gets this one, he won't be able to re-enter the room unless it's 7. I do think that is correct at 7. Or is this something to do with diagonal? Oh, is crossing diagonally? I mean, that's still counting. That's still counting crossing his own path, right? I would think so. So this must be 4, mustn't it? How else would you make that 6? This one would have to be 5. That has to be right, right? If he comes down this way, makes that one be 4, how are you going to get one more before going in here? I don't think you can. I think this has to be 4, that has to be 5, that has to be 6. But I do think that broke it. So I have something incorrect. Because we're going to have 2 8s on the same thing. The coins. Which represents an almost complete set of the digits 1 to 9. They must be collected in numerical order. Let me restart this, perhaps. And think about this crop key again. But this will be a thermometer. It'll have to go like this to get into that coin. And every time he enters, it will be a thermometer. And can I make it with anything except starting with 1? 2, 4, 5, 6. And then it would go back down. That would break. 6, 3, 2, 1. That would be broken. So I'm pretty sure that is the only way. Oh, what if... I guess this could be 1. This could be 2. This is still 5, 6, 7. So no. Now I'm back to no, it can't. It'll have to go like that. The poisonous number is 9. This will have to be 8. Let's do it that way. And let's say 1, 2, 4, 8. That must be correct. One of those are 8. Now how is that going to be number 6 together? They can't touch here. So this must come down. If it doesn't grab that coin now, it never will, without being stuck. Can't go diagonally like that. It's through a blue wall, which it told me I could not do. You may think this task is trivial, but do not become overconfident, for there's yet one problem. Decoy snail. Decoy snails are safe to cross, of course, but what if it isn't a decoy? I have no idea what... Is that talking about that central cell? I reckon so. Alright, so this orange line is going to have to come out. Can I cross myself diagonally? It seems like I would almost have to. 4, 5, 6. And I would be... Or 4, 5, 6 this way. This can't be 4. Now. Can this be 2? Well, no, it cannot. Because then I'm going to block off that 6 path. Can this be 2 then? And I think, no, it cannot. Or else I'm going to block off the 8 entirely. Once he's in here to pick up the cell, he can't get out without blocking the 8. This is 7. I don't think there's any way around that. So this has to be this way. 7 must be up here. I think I almost have to cross myself diagonally. Maybe this just means I can't be in the same cell. I don't know though, the way it's worded, it makes me think that I cannot. But how in the world is that going to be 6, if that is 3? He must come, this has to be 1. This cannot be 2 without making something be blocked. Just can't. This will have to be 2. 2 is down here. And I can't forget that every room is a thermometer. Or every time he enters the room, it is a thermometer. And to avoid 9 at all cost. So if he grabs this one as 4, comes in here, then he's not going to have any way to get back. So that's that. This one can't be 2 way up here. What if it was? And this was 4. Can that be 2 way up there? How in the world would that work? I don't think I'd ever get back through. That had to be 5, 6, 7. It's the only thing left that was... Oh wait. Why am I thinking it had to be consecutive? It has to be a thermo, it doesn't have to be consecutive. Well, I'm pretty confident about this. What I'm not confident now is this. These are 5, 6, 7, 9. And they do need to be a thermometer, so that can't be a 5. It also can't be a 9. So that is a 6 or a 7. But it can't be 7. I mean, right? No. There's no way. This is 6. Oh, right, but maybe 9. Oh, okay. Alright, so I think... Alright, so this is... Alright, these statements are all true. I think. The middle one cannot be a 5 or a 9, because we couldn't put something lower next to it, or higher, respectively. But this can be a 9. In fact, it is 8 or 9. And I mean, I'm fairly certain that it has to be 9 at this point. But that's neither here nor there. So, this can't touch this still is true. So it must come down, and again, if it doesn't grab it now, it never will. Now this one has to exit through here, or it will cross itself. Now, is this has to be 1. Oh, well, no. Well, yeah, it does. The bad number is 5, 6, 7, or 9. So this could be 7 now. If this was like 8 and this was 9. That might be the way it works out. I'm not sure. But how do I grab that one? Maybe like 4, 5, 6, and then it'll have to come down and over. Or diagonal over. I mean, that would be fine. But I'll have to be dodging 9s the entire way. But yeah, that's like the only way that would work. if this was 4, and this was 5, and this was 6. And then the only way to get out is if this goes up after it gets touched by 4, it goes up, and then 6 will come down after and go that way. And I do think that has to be correct. I don't think it can be anywhere else. And now I do think this is 9. And now I think that 9 cannot go on there. So 5 or 7 is the bad number. So this could still be 8. Oh, well, right. 8 has to be a number. So this is 8. Oh wait, that didn't have to be 5 though. That didn't have to be 4 either. I forget. Well, let me back this up. No, it would have had to have been 4. But this would not have had to have been 5. Well, yeah, it would have, because that's 6. That's correct. That was correct. I'm still happy with that. I think. So those are 8. So this is 7, because 5 is a good number. So 7 is the bad mamma jamma. Which makes this 2. Coconut is kropke. Four will be down here. The 1, it might take us on a wild adventure over here if it comes down to avoiding 7s. So I have to be careful of that. Oh, we're also gonna have to go like that. So that's gonna have to be a thermometer. We can still come over though. And down. The 4 will be touched and then could go over and down. But I guess the point is it's going to go that way. But it can go up through there. Or one could even diagonal over. Or it could come down through here. Either of those will work. Now does the 1 come straight up? It very well could. And what was that about moving through the decoy? It could just diagonal and go around quite easily. Because what if it's not a decoy? But it's going to come in this way. So this will be the low. And this will be the high. That is fairly certain. So the 9 will go in here. So it could be 8, 9. This will need to be a low number. Well, low-ish. Alright, depending on how many cells it takes, like if it goes like that, it's gotta be 1, 2, 3. Which is possible. But it could just go 2 and then diagonal to 3 and scoop it. But it can't go like this. So so the 2 will be on one of these two. Oh, this can't be a 1. So now I think it must be a 2. In fact, it will be a 2, won't it? And then it'll go diagonal, so it can be a 3. This will have to be a 2. This will have to be a 3. That will have to go diagonally, and then straight to the 4. And now it'll have to turn down, or else that's going to block that room. So it'll have to go this way, and then to the 5. So that's the way it will go. And this will have to be a 5. It can't be a 7. It can be a 5 or an 8 only. So that's 5, 8. And the 1 has to go up here now, because it can't be on the thermometer. This can't be a 6 or a 7. It's not in the room yet, though. It doesn't need to be. The thermometer starts when it enters the room. But it can't be a 5. Can't be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, though. Can't be a 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be a 7. So it is 8 or 8 and 9. And this is a 5. And then this is probably the 7. Doesn't have to be, though. We're missing a 1, 7, and 6. So it is the 7. And the 6 goes up here with the 1. And this will be a 7 and a 5. So it's going to be like... Alright, this is broken again, isn't it? Oh no, not necessarily. No, it's not. It could be a 2 or a 3 down here, to a 4, to a 6, to an 8, to 9. Or this way. There will be a 2 or a 3 down here. And a 6 on the middle. Which, this will be a 1, 6 again. And this will be a 2, 3. I know that by Sudoku. So this will be a 2 or a 3. One of those will be the 4. Yeah. Alright. I got worried there for a sec. That is 4 short. So 2 will be here. And this cannot be a 4, 8. It can still be a 3, 6. We wait on that. A 1 cannot be up here. Oh yeah, it could be there. This is entering the room. These have to be low-ish numbers. Well, these are from 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 7 cannot go here, so it will go over here. The 7 will go in one of these. This is the only spot a 7 can go in this 3x3 box that is not on a line. So the 7 will go here as well, as it can't be on the starting path. It could still go up though, and this be 7. The 1 has to be right here. Or else it would have nowhere to go. Because this is the way it enters the room to start the new thermometer. So this is now going to be a 2-4 or a 3-4, both of which mean that that is a 4. Because it couldn't have been a 3. Because of the one above it looking down. This is now a 7-4 combo. One of these will have a 1 on it. And, no they won't. What number's missing? A 3 and a 6. So whichever one of these are a 6. Oh, well, actually, it could already be the 3rd number if it's going toward the 2. I have a feeling if this goes up, it's just gonna be too easy for one of these puzzles. But if this one is the 6, it'll have to basically go 6, 8, 9 across the way with haste. A 1 will go down here in one of those. These will all need to be kind of going upward, so that can be a 3 or a 5 probably. 9, 8, 6, 5. So this can be 3 or 5. This can be 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 8, 6, 8, 9. Six, 7, 8, or I mean 6 and 8. Only 9 is the high available there. This can't be 2. This can be 3, 5, 6, 8. This can be 4 or 9. That did put the 3 in the middle though. And now the 3. The 3 cannot go here. So it could not make it that far. And stay that low. So this is a 1, 3 combo. And then this is a 4, 9. And again, this can't be a 4 either, because it could not make it that far, because the 1 and the 3 are both locked down over here. So this must be a 9. Now this is a 4, so this has to be a 3. So this has to be a 5, a 6, 8, and 9. And this gives us our 6-3 pattern. So 3 is the highest. So this is the only spot it could be. If it was a 1 only, then it would have to turn down. or it just goes straight up if that's a 4. So if that's a 4, it can go straight up. If it's a 7, then this has to be a 1. This is now a 2. It would have to be a 1 and come down. So 3 is up here. Oh, actually no, all 3 of those. 3, 6, and 8. This one not being an 8. 4 goes down here. 8 must go down here. 5 is over here. 1, 2. 2 is over here. 3 at the top. 4 at the bottom. 5 in the middle. 6 at the top. 7, 8, and 9. Okay. I guess that's about all I got at the moment there. There'll be a 9 in here somewhere. Where do I think that will go? Somewhere, I do believe. Okay, so the orange is going to have to come up, and it can go either way. From here though, I don't think it could be a 3, no matter what direction it takes. So that will be a 6. Whoops. Did I just accidentally change something? I guess not. That is a 6. Oh, this can't do anything crazy like come over here. Because it wouldn't be able to make 1, 2, 3. Oh, unless it like dipped in, came back down. No, it can't do that. Don't be preposterous. Inconceivable. So do we have any more Sudoku need doing? A 2 goes down here. So maybe about it for now. 7, 8. I guess this can only be a 1 or 9. I think that's true. And it can't be a 1, can it? Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, it could. I guess the point is, though, no matter what that is, it means that this angles. Because if that is a 1 or 9, where's it gonna go? It's gonna break if it's a 1. If it's a 9, it can't go to a higher number. Which means this must go like this. And that also means that has to be the 4 and not the 7. The 7 is poisonous. We cannot eat the poison fruit. But now this could come down and then start its crazy shenanigans. Or else I'd have to take this easy way and be a 4, 8, 9. Right, and it couldn't do that, could it? Well, it could be a 1, 4, but then it would have to go all the way up to 8. So it does not enter there. So sad. So either of them are still free to be the 7. Because I'm not going to touch either one of them. It does force this down into here again, though. Wait, no. It could come over one more, then go down. But it means it's going to enter this room at some point. It could go diagonally here, but it will come out. And then it will go over, and then it will go up, and then it could diagonal, but it won't go up. It could come over and up, or diagonal. But it does have to be a 2 or 5 only. Or, yeah, it couldn't be a 1 that far in. Oh, the 1 will be down. Oh no, the 1 could still go here. Okay. The 1 could go at the bottom though. In fact, does it have to? 4, 8, yeah. The 1 has to go. The 1 has to go here, I think. Because if it didn't, it would have to be a 4. Then it would have to go up to an 8. And then it would break. So this must be the 1. This must be the 4 then. Because it can't be a 5 because 5 belongs in this row. It can't be a 6 because it's already in the 3 by 3. It can't be a 7 because it's poisonous. If it was an 8, it would have to go to 9 and it would be broken. It would be unfinished. So this is the 4 now. 4 goes down here. 4 goes on the coconut, which is crappy, so it must go with the 2. So this is now a 5. Whoops. I don't know if that is the 5, but I do know it's not the 2. And I do know this is not the 2. So I know the path for the most part. Well, yeah, actually, it has to go that way and then straight over. Because it couldn't go lower. It can't be a 1, first off. And then it couldn't go lower or to the 7. The 7 being poisonous. So, this is now not the 2, so this is the 2. So this can still be 5. Oh, that's the only number it can be. And now we must travel diagonally. So this is a 7, 9. Right. But strangely enough, we could take a little detour in this corner if we had to. Like if the 7 was right here. It's the 7 right there. Oh no, then it would just attach. The 7 can't be down here though. The 7's in one of those. The 7 cannot be in the... Well, it could be there though. This could move diagonally here, because that's not a wall. The 7 could go on a fruit though, but I guess what that means... But the orange could come down, diagonal up. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this. It probably just makes it L, but I would rather wait to see the numbers and make the thermometer work, I think. So one of these will be a 3. I think that's usually the safer trick. The 3 cannot go on here. The 3 could go down here. It should be a 179. All good. This would be a 1789. This would not. This would just be a 8 or 9. Let's mark it. This is a 1, 9. Alright. Whoops. So the 1 is over here, but it cannot be there. It can still be there though if this does go diagonally. It just attaches. It can definitely be there. An 8 cannot go on here. They could go in plenty of other spots. What is this then? 5, 7, or 9. Or no, it's 5 or 9. 7 cannot belong on the fruit. This could be all the way up to an 8. This could still be 8, 9, and then go down, or it could go down here. Unless that was a 3. Oh. If this went down, what number would it start with? And then, I don't know. There's too many there. This cannot be a 1, 2, 3. This has to be at least a 4. 4, 5. It can't be an 8. This is where it starts. So it couldn't go to a... It can't go to this corner. Because it couldn't make it. Or well, 1, 3 is lower than both 4, 5. And that's the minimum digit. So it does go up. So that gives us our 7. This is not. It also puts 7 over here. Because again, 7 couldn't be there. On the monkey trail. The monkey maze. Monkey migration. So the route goes this way, and then this way, and then it has to be there. This is not a 2, therefore. This is a 5. Oh, this has to be a 5, doesn't it? Yeah. So that is just a 4, 5. And then this is a 6 or 8 only. This does give us our coconut 2, 4. It'll give us that 2 in the box 7. It'll give us 2 in box 8 as well. So this is a 6 or 8. Mangoes are consecutive. So the thermometer does not enter here, because if it did, that would have to be a 1. So, did I say the thermometer? Well, I mean, I guess technically that's correct, but I meant to say the maze, I think. I don't know, but this cannot be a 7, because it is on the monkey maze. This is our 7. And now that we have an 8, 9 pair right below, this is a 1, this is a 9, this is our 7, this is a 5, 9 is going to be over here, somewhere with the 1. Likely at the bottom corner, but not necessarily. It can move at a diagonal in that spot. This is now a 1, 6. 6 will be down here with a 3 and probably another number. Yep. And that number would be an 8 or a 9. So what can this be? It can be a 3 only. Oh wait. Yeah, I mean, it has to be lower than 5. It sees 1, 2, and 4. So this is not a 3. This is a 6 or 8, which it can still be either of. This up here is sorted. It does put an 8 over here. It can still be in the corner though. What else can this be? 6, 8. Alright, 5 then will be right there from Sudoku. That's a 3, 6 pair, so this... No, that's not an actual 3, 6 pair, I don't think. This is a 8, 9. And then this, I have 8 or 9 with it. But that is a 6, 8. But now this cannot be an 8 or a 9. We can't have an 8 and a 9. Could have a 6 and a 3 though. That would be okay, I think. Yeah, so then this guy, again, it couldn't go into that corner, so it does just angle. And I think the route is done. I think the route is good. This has to be, it can be a 6, 8, can't it? I do believe so. Oh, this has to be the 8. And I think that will probably give us the rest of the puzzle once we sort out our Sudoku stuff. That could go either way around still, but we did get a 6 here, and that'll fix it for us. That gives us an 8 and a 6. That was a fun little puzzle there. Decoy Snail by ViKingPrime. Check yourself in the link below. Like and subscribe if you enjoy. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.